Hi friends, Toya here at Toya Talks, and on this channel I share wisdom, health education, and advocacy to support mothers through every season of motherhood. My name's LaToya. I'm a wife, mom, and family nurse practitioner with over 17 years of experience and, most importantly, lived motherhood lessons. So if you're a mom navigating growth, health, and purpose, you're in the right place. If you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and share with another mom who needs encouragement today. All right, so let's jump right in. So first, I wanted to start off by just acknowledging the pressure that I know a lot of parents are feeling right now. I wanted to do this video because Christmas is 4 days away, and I recognize that Christmas can bring a lot of joy, but it also can bring a lot of stress, right? Especially for us parents who are always trying to measure up. Let's be real. Comparison culture is loud right now between social media, these Amazon wish lists that these kids are putting together, hearing the noise about what other kids are getting. All of that can feel really heavy, especially when money is tight and kids want things that sometimes you can't always provide, right? So in this video, I will share 5 strategies that will help you build a memorable and meaningful Christmas and holiday season for your kids, no matter what your budget. So first, before we get into the strategies, let's start off by naming the guilt without the shame. Many parents carry guilt around during this season about not being able to do more and feeling like what you can do is just not enough, right? Whether it's because you feel like you're falling short because you know you can't buy several of the items on that Christmas list, and then you're worried that maybe your kids will feel disappointed. I want you to understand and hear me clearly. Those feelings are common and very valid. To be honest, it's not even realistic to expect that even if you had the money, you could buy every single thing that your kid wants on their list. So regardless of what your budget, understand that those feelings are common and valid. And that guilt does not mean that you're failing. It means that you care. I'm going to say that again. Guilt is not an indicator that you're failing. It means that you care, right? So it's okay to feel that guilt. Know that it's common, but it's okay, right? So now let's jump into the first strategy. Let's first of all reframe what meaningful actually means. Meaningful does not have to mean expensive. Kids remember how they were felt, not how much was spent. So understand that presence, time, and your love matter much more than presents or gifts, right? Presence is greater than presents, right? So know that Christmas meaning is built in moments, not store receipts. And so invest your time really in building meaningful moments with your kids. Another strategy is understanding the power of time and tradition. So again, to the point of presence and being present, right? Time is really your most valuable gift. It's all of our most valuable gift. And so there's a way that you can build in meaningful, low-cost traditions that don't cost a lot of money. So for example, in my family, we always do a family movie night on Christmas Eve. We'll binge on Christmas movies and have hot chocolate and popcorn. We also love to do Christmas breakfast together. The kids will help pick out the groceries and what they want for Christmas breakfast. And we'll take time getting up that morning, open up the presents, and then we go make Christmas breakfast together and watch some more Christmas movies till it's time to go out with extended family later that day. Also during the Christmas season, we buy an Advent calendar and we will do family devotional and prayer time a few times a week, and then use that as an opportunity to open up that Advent calendar. Additionally, we will read the Christmas story and the Bible together and tell Christmas stories, look at Christmas pictures. All of these are ways that you can build connection and memories that will last, that don't have to cost a lot of money, right? Another strategy, our third strategy, is to look for budget-friendly Christmas experiences. So again, building meaning doesn't have to be expensive. And there are a lot of Christmas experiences that are local, like Christmas parades, drive-through Christmas light shows. A lot of times there'll be local holiday events and community festivals. So check out what's happening in your area. The library is a really, really great place to start. And believe it or not, a lot of time your towns, your cities, they have a website where they'll have community events posted. And you can go right on there and see what they have going on in your area. That's low cost that you can take your families to. If you do have a little bit more of a budget, even experiences like Longwood Gardens, we're in Delaware, so Longwood Gardens in PA is local for us. There are also a lot of lower costs like museums and mansion garden areas out here in Delaware that you can go to as well that are low cost. So I encourage you to check out your community calendars and your local resources to find those low cost local Christmas experiences. Another strategy, which is strategy 4, is really to level set expectations with your kids if that's needed. And what that looks like is having an honest conversation with them. A lot of times as parents, I think we shy away from talking to our kids or being real with them about, money and finances and where we are. But the truth is, again, to removing that shame, it's okay to be honest with your kids when you're going through a season when finances are a little tight. I have had to have that conversation with my children. I remember years ago, my husband and I, there were a couple years where we were really struggling, and we just knew going into Christmas, we were raising 4 kids. We couldn't buy a whole bunch of stuff off the Christmas list. So during that year, that was a year that we relied on, grandma and granddad and extended family members to be able to really help bring those additional gifts and presents that I knew the kids would have. And then we had a conversation with them and told them, hey, things are a little tight. We're definitely going to get some things on your list. But Christmas may not look this year how it's looked other years, but we would reassure them, most importantly, that they are deeply loved. They are very blessed. And even though we may not be able to get a ton of gifts this year, it's still going to be a special Christmas. We're going to spend time together and we're going to do fun things that are within our budget. And guess what? The kids survived those Christmases. There was not an issue. They were completely fine with it. They were just excited to have something to open under the tree. And again, like I said, our family always shows up and shows out in terms of extended family and giving them gifts. So even though they didn't get a ton of stuff from me and my husband that year in those couple years, they were able to get a lot of really nice things. And we still did engage in our family traditions, our Christmas Eve night. Our kids like to stay up. Like I said, we watch movies. They like to sleep in front of the Christmas tree, and do like a camp out downstairs. And then we did our Christmas morning celebration and they loved that. So I really just want to reassure you that even in those lean seasons, as long as they have something to open, they feel it's seen and cared for, kids are often more grateful and much more resilient than we give them credit for. So just remember to keep that perspective in mind, right? That perspective really matters, especially for us as parents. And speaking of perspective, that segues right into our next strategy, which is our final strategy, strategy 5, keeping Christmas in perspective. Understand that Christmas is one day, right? I think we get ourselves so stressed for months even leading up to Christmas, blow our budgets, run up credit card debt, stress ourselves out. And it's one day. The season is about much more than gifts. For us in our family, this season is rooted first and foremost in Jesus Christ and celebrating his birth and the coming of our Lord, our family values, getting together as a family, our love for one another, and our gratitude for making it through another year and the preparation as we go into the next year. So I really, most importantly, want to encourage you and leave you with this today. Keep Christmas in perspective and remember that there's so much more of a meaning behind Christmas than the gifts and the presents that are under the tree. Release those unrealistic expectations that you may have of yourself. And I just want to give you this encouragement for all my moms, dads, caregivers, grandparents who are raising kids out there. Understand that you are doing the very best that you can. Your kids do not need perfection. They need your love, presence, and reassurance. And what you give them now in regards to those values, that love, that presence, that reassurance, that is really what shapes who they become, not the presents under the tree. So in closing, I want to encourage you all to define Christmas on your own terms. Let go of the comparison and really lean into the spirit of Christmas, which is around that gratitude, faith, and family. And remember that meaningful Christmas moments are possible in every season, regardless of what your financial budget looks like. And as I close out this video, I want to say that if this season feels heavy for you right now, I want you to know that you're not alone and you are doing more than enough. If this video resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with another parent who might need this reminder today. And if you feel comfortable, share in the comments. Let us know how you're making Christmas meaningful for your family this year. Your ideas might help another parent as well as me. I'm always looking for new ideas to make Christmas meaningful for my family. So thank you so much for tuning in and stay tuned for our next video from Toya Talks, and have a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy holiday season, and a very Happy New Year. Until next time.